What equation can be written? I need help writing an equation for this. It is an equation, so I'm not entirely sure what we're doing here, but let's talk about it. So we have an equation. When I'm dealing with equations, I like to draw a line down the middle. That way I keep this thing balanced. If I do something on the left, I do the same thing on the right. Everybody's happy. What I would do with this is get rid of these fractions because they're kind of clunky and like who wants to solve equations with fractions? So we can multiply the entire equation, all of the terms, by the least common denominator. So what is the smallest number that 4 goes into and 2 goes into with no remainder? The answer to that is 4. So let's multiply everything. Everybody at the party gets multiplied by 4. So I'm going to distribute this 4 to this. I'm going to multiply the 4 here, here, and here. And the trick with this is when you multiply by 4, you're essentially multiplying by 4 over 1 because 4 divided by 1 is 4. So that's the same thing as 4. But I say that because when you multiply fractions, you just multiply the top thing by the top thing and the bottom by the bottom. So in this case, 4 times a half is going to be 4 divided by 2, which is just 2. So 2n plus 4 times 5 is 20. Equal sign. If we multiply over here, I know that this 4 is going to cancel with this 4 because 4 divided by 4 is 1. Those will cancel. 3 over 1 is just 3. 3n. If you wanted to, you could say 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Same thing. Minus 4 times 10 is 40. Boom. Now we have an equation that's, I think it's nicer on the eyeball for me. I don't like looking at fractions all day. If we wanted to solve this thing, we might as well. We're here. So let's solve it. I want to get the variables all on the same side. I got 2n over here, 3n over here. I always take the smaller number of variables and move it to the other side. So let's move this 2n. In order to move it, I need to do the opposite of 2n, which is negative 2n. And if I'm going to do it on the left, I better do it on the right so everything stays balanced. Boom, that cancels because 2n minus 2n is 0. I'm going to bring down my 20. 3n minus 2n, it's like 3 apples minus 2 apples is 1 apple. So that's just 1n. You don't have to write the 1. You can, whatever blows your hair back. But this negative 40 needs to come down because we haven't dealt with that thing properly just yet. Now our goal is to solve for n, which means get n by itself, isolate the variable, some people call it. And we got to get rid of that minus 40. Right? So anytime you want to cancel something, you do the opposite. The opposite of minus 40 is plus 40. And if you do it on one side, you got to do it to the other side. I like to draw a line, bring down the result. Negative 40 and positive 40 combine to make 0. N equals 60. That is the answer to the original equation. I don't know if that's the help you needed, but there you have it.